Is Batman enough for Gotham? Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I take trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. Then I read them dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. This is the first storyline in Batman Rebirth. It's issues 1 through 5. I hope you guys enjoy. The plane was soaring through the sky, preparing to descend into Gotham. The passengers were all told to put on their seatbelts and prepare for the landing. And as it flew through the night sky, the bat signal shone brightly. Batman was standing on the GCPD roof talking to Commissioner Gordon about a recent incident, a raid on a local fort that no one should know about. Gordon informs Batman that out of the 3 missiles that were stolen, 2 were recovered. He then informs Batman that they don't know where that 3rd one is, but they do know that there is a desperate man running around Gotham with some rather big guns. And then, overhead, there's an explosion as the plane is hit by a missile. Gordon looks up. Holy, we need to get to the... And he turns around to see Batman gone already. Right. Batman wastes no time leaping off the building. Alfred, it's worse than it looks, Master Bruce. They have lost their vertical stabilizer in the hydraulic system. It's also expecting to come down in Gotham Square in 6 minutes. On a Saturday evening with those crowds, the loss of life will be exceptional. Alright, put it out on Justice League comms to Hal and Clark, and then I need Duke. Batman leaps into the Batmobile and the roar of the jets go off as he pulls out of the alley. I need an angle, Duke. Duke is Bruce's new thing that he's trying. Duke worked as a Robin in the We Are Robin gang, and with all of his Robins graduating and moving on to new missions, Batman decided that it was time to train another individual to work with him. But not a Robin, he's trying something else. Duke runs the calculations and then points Batman to a bridge with just the right angle. As he screeches the tires, spinning the car around, Alfred calls it back in to inform Batman that the League is preoccupied off-world at the moment. As Batman drives off the bridge, he informs Alfred, it's fine, Gotham is my city. As the Batmobile begins to fall into the bay, Batman hits the ejector seat button and launches himself into the sky. I'll save it, Alfred. As he roars into the sky, getting closer and closer to the aircraft, he informs Gordon of the situation and he tells him that they only have 3 minutes until it crash lands. Gordon begins to panic, asking, how do we evacuate the square in 3 minutes, Batman? But Batman assures him, it's going into the bay. I'll be pushing it there. Where are you, Batman? I'm on the plane. Oh, of course, you're on the plane. He begins to attach boosters to the bottom of each wing, and as he's doing this, Alfred is informing him that it's going to be a close call. Batman then swings back to the top of the plane and attaches a cable to the nose so that he can steer it, with Alfred congratulating him on his new Bat plane. He begins to steer the plane, twisting and turning it around the buildings. Batman has successfully saved the square and the individuals on the plane. But at this moment, Alfred informs him of the problem. With the speed of this fall, Batman will take the brunt of the entire crash, and he has no cushioning. He has no hope of surviving this. He can't leave or the plane won't hit the bay. It'll hit a building or a populated area. He has to stay on it until the very end. So he tells Alfred, there are messages prepared for the boys, and please send my regrets to Mr. Thomas. If he wants to continue his training, Dick Grayson will be a good replacement as a teacher. And then he asks, Alfred? Yes, sir. Anything, sir. One day, would mother and father have been proud? Is this a good death? Yes, Master Bruce. They would have been proud as I am, sir. The plane then began its descent into the bay, and at increasing speeds, it began to hit it. Rest assured, this is certainly a good death. And as the plane is about to start tearing apart, and the impact will be felt by Batman, the nose begins to lift up, and Batman asks, Clark? And instead, the plane lands softly and 2 individuals float in front of him. Batman, it's an honor and a pleasure. I am Gotham, and this is Gotham Girl. The next day at the Statue of Justice in Gotham, there's a fight with Solomon Grundy, and he's not winning. The guy, born on Monday, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday, took ill on Thursday. And then as he gets to that line, he grabs Gotham and he throws him into the statue, breaking it in half. Luckily, Gotham Girl flies in, catching it from falling, and Gotham flies back down to catch Grundy as he continues his rampage. Grew worse on Friday, died on Saturday, buried on Sunday. Except in a puff of smoke, Batman is sitting there prepared. As Grundy comes to him, he uses Grundy's own weight and momentum to lift him off of the ground. And that was the end of Grundy. He then drops him on his head. Gotham flies over thanking Batman, and Batman informs him that Gotham wouldn't have caught him in time before he trampled the man behind them. Do better. And then he leaves. Gotham flies over to Batman to acknowledge that he's doing this wrong. He doesn't know how to do this, and he wants Batman to train him, show him how to do it right. Batman flies back to the Batcave, where he tries to figure this whole thing out. He was dead with no option to save himself until these 2 Supermen arrived and saved the day. And Alfred jokes, oh no, Gotham is spiraling down into chaos again. But meanwhile, over in Gordon's office, a man walks in confessing to be the one that freed Grundy, and then he stabs himself in the neck, telling Gordon that he had no option. Gordon shines the light into the sky, and Batman arrives with Gotham and Gotham Girl, introducing them to Gordon. He then explains the dead guy and the fact that the dead guy freed Grundy, and Gotham Girl connects it to the men who fired the missile, as they have all killed themselves as well. Gordon tells him that he doesn't know anything about any of that. The man was ranting about the monster men. He then turns and he talks with Gotham and Gotham Girl, and Batman vanishes. Gordon shakes it off as Gotham and Gotham Girl are shocked and surprised. Yeah, he does that. So where did Gotham and Gotham Girl come from? Simple. There was a dark alley, and a young boy that was being walked home by his parents. A mugger arrived and pulled out his gun, and the father, being brave, decided to stand up to that man. Most of you probably know where this story goes next, but I'm here to tell you, you are wrong. As the mugger threw the boy's father down and grabbed the woman's necklace, there was a gloved hand and a punch that threw the mugger aside. Batman saved that family that day, and he told the family that an ambulance was en route. And then he told the boy, it's okay to be afraid, because it gives you a reason to fight that fear, and everyone gets a chance to be brave. The boy grew up looking up to Batman. He was the hero that the boy wanted to be, but he didn't have superpowers or tons of money. So instead, he took his sister with him, and they helped where they could. They worked in soup kitchens, and they helped the homeless while they trained their bodies and their minds. Then eventually they went overseas to perform charity work, and when they came home, they were different. They were now Gotham and Gotham Girl, taking the name of the city that required them to be brave. Batman learned this history by pretending to be FBI agent Malone, investigating what he could by questioning the boy and girl's parents. He walked outside and he took off his disguise while walking into his car. Then the car split into two, revealing the Bat Cycle and him in the Bat suit. Because Alfred just called to make him aware that the bridge nearby is collapsing as a suicide bomber has blown himself up on it. Beneath the bridge is Hank and Claire, otherwise known as Gotham and Gotham Girl, with Hank holding the bridge. Hank is struggling to hold the bridge up while Gotham Girl is trying to speed through, saving all of the people on it when Batman races up. He quickly fires off bat gadgets that attach to the cables and the bridge itself. Then the Batplane begins to fire its jets in reverse, holding the bridge up. But one individual was watching this. One individual planned all of this. One individual is able to convince people to do whatever he wants. The mastermind behind all of this, Hugo Strange. Batman jumps to the top of the bridge, waiting for Gotham and Gotham Girl to arrive, and he informs them of the plan. He'll track down the suicide bombers while they scour the city. If they find anything, they tell him. He then leaps off the side of the bridge, and Gotham Girl smiles. He let us see him leave! That's gotta mean something! And Hank smiles as well, as his hero is trusting him. Except nearby, they see a fire blazing and they decide to take off for it, only to find Hugo Strange standing there with Psycho Pirate. Batman arrives very soon after, and he finds Gotham Girl cowering in the corner, telling him she's very, very scared. And he asks her, where is Gotham? Meanwhile, Gotham is on a rooftop trying to talk down a suicide bomber, but the man tells him that the monster men are coming, and he blows himself up right in front of Gotham. Batman arrives on the scene with Hank lifting a beam, telling himself, I can fix this, I can fix this. And Batman explains, you're only making it worse, as Hank throws the beam into the Batmobile. You don't know what I can do. You are right. You aren't scared like I'm scared. I thought you could save this city in a way that I never could, until I came across 27 dead bodies in a building. 27? No! Hank says, flying off. Batman grabs a hang glider out of his Batmobile while Duke transmits something weird that he found. The serial numbers on the dog tags of the dead men all add up to the same number, 24. When they looked up the number 24 in a backdoor military plan, he found that it was related to the 24th letter in the alphabet, and he found that that was the letter X. Batman knows what this means. Task Force X. Suicide Squad. He flies to the office of Amanda Waller demanding answers, and she gives them. She recruited Hugo Strange and Psycho Pirate into her team to watch over Gotham and be there when she needed them. Except Hugo Strange betrayed her and the team, and using Psycho Pirate's powers to manipulate emotions, he has driven Gotham and Gotham Girl crazy. But good news, you're here to help me with this unfortunate situation, aren't you, Batman? And I'll work with you on it as long as you say please. 27 of your people are dead, and you want me to say please? Check your facts, detective. I had 28 people, and that's when Batman realizes what this means, and he rushes to find Hank. Hank killed 27 people while the 28th played dead. That man took a picture of Hank's face when he took off his mask, and then he ran the picture through a database to find Hank's parents to take his revenge. Batman showed up just in time to try and talk Hank down, telling him, it's not you, it's Psycho Pirate making you feel this way. But Hank tells him, it's too late, and he snaps the last man's neck, and then he throws Batman out of the building while he flies off. Batman calls up Alfred to let him know that Hank has gotten out of control. Psycho Pirate has given him pure anger, and because of that, he is blaming the city of Gotham for everything and he intends to destroy it. The problem is, Batman is too far out. He can't prevent the loss of life. So one man grabs a spare Batman costume and loads up into a spare Batmobile. Well, Thomas, allow me to say what an honor it is to have been asked for you possibly to entrust me with the care of Master Bruce. Well, sir, I am humbled. But of course, the need for such care will never arise. It's not as if on some dark night you'll be shot dead by some mugger trying to steal Martha's pearls. That would be absurd. But if such unlikely circumstances were to tragically come to pass, allow me to assure you that it will not be a difficult burden to bear. Alfred keeps talking to himself as he rockets the Batmobile at a target in the center of the city. Bruce will be a simple child to care for. Easy nights, nice dinners, and perhaps a charity ball or two. Then Alfred drives the Batmobile into Gotham. He hops out of the Batmobile looking at Gotham in a bat suit, and Bruce tells him, "I'm here, run for it." So he does, as Batman kicks Gotham in the head, throwing him into the stairs nearby before blowing him up. He then throws a plane at him, and as Gotham prepares his heat vision, he fires it at Batman, but he's suddenly stopped by a green shield because the Justice League is here. Superman grabs Gotham by the shirt, telling him, "We're Batman's friends, and we'd appreciate it if you'd surrender." But Gotham isn't done as he punches Superman. You see, Gotham's powers are his to control. Each ounce of power that he uses will take moments off of his life, so he can make himself stronger than a god or weaker than a mouse. But with each use of his powers, time is taken away from him. And right now, he isn't concerned with the time that it takes away as he punches through Cyborg's chest. He then throws Aquaman down and he shatters a green construct. He then catches Flash mid-run and he uppercuts him and then flings Wonder Woman away with her own lasso. Superman flies in to bring strength to the table, but Gotham hits him so hard that he crushes the Man of Steel. And then, with the Justice League defeated, he looks at Batman again. Fine, do it! Kill Gotham, because this city is just brick and mortar. I am Gotham, kill me! But there was one person who could stop Gotham, his own sister, and she decides that it's time to stop being afraid as she swoops in. She takes Gotham into the sky, dodges a punch, and then with everything, she throws him into the ground. She has the same powers as him and could easily match Gotham's strength, and her punch killed him. She landed on the ground, holding her brother's head in her arms, telling him, "I tried. I told you to stop. I tried." And that is the conclusion of the I Am Gotham storyline. Now, issue 6 is considered Gotham Girl Year Zero as she copes with the loss of her brother, and we'll bring it to you soon, but there's going to be a giant Batman crossover very soon called the Monster Men, and I'm excited about it. That's what all of that little Monster Men foreboding was going on. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I know I am. I hope you guys enjoyed this story because I actually am enjoying Tom King's run. I was a little unsure about it because he's picking up right after Scott Snyder, but I am enjoying his run. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Give this video a like if you really did enjoy it, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Comicstorian. I'll see you guys next time right here.